I married into the Graham family in 1966, and I soon learned that one of the Christmas traditions with the family was mincemeat. It wasn't the mincemeat that I was used to, where you went to the store and bought it in a jar. It was homemade.
The minced tarts came from my mother's side of the family. And I think it was my grandmother that made the mincemeat first, my mother's mother. Her family were Reeds, and they came from Scotland.
Originally, mincemeat was mincemeat. There was minced meat, and there would be raisins and currants and spices and so on. Now, the only thing that we put in it is suet. Mother would have made it when she was first married with her mother-in-law. Probably it was one of the recipes that hadn't been written down. And I think actually the recipe that we've got now, we went in, Donna and I went in and actually measured whatever she put in the crock. Originally, you would have ordered your stuff through Eaton's because they had everything, and they would put out a catalog in October, and then you would write down what you wanted out of that catalog. It would come in November, and then you would make your mincemeat then. Grandma Reed did that, my mother's mother did that as well.
One of the times I remember is, I guess that Mom and some of my siblings were involved in making the mincemeat, and they tasted it and they didn't think it had enough brandy, so Mom probably put a cup of brandy in it to start with, and then Louise came along and she thought that Mom hadn't maybe, so she put a cup in, and we don't know for sure who the third one was, but somebody came along, one of the others came along and put another cup of brandy in it. Then on Christmas Day, and when Mom was cooking the pies, the whole kitchen just lit up like brandy. So when they came out of the oven, Mom's was just fit to be tied, because what was she going to serve the Parslow ladies? Because they were teetotalers, they never drank a thing. And I said, oh Mom, they won't even know anything about it. And she served the pie and they raved. They said it was probably the best mince pie they'd ever had.
And for the first few years, we used to go into John's mom's at Carrie's to make the mincemeat. And when she got older, then it came upon us, Louise and Cleo and John and I, to take over the tradition of making the mincemeat, because it got too hard for Carrie to mix and stir. And we've been doing that now for I don't know how many years, but quite a few. And every year it seems like the mincemeat recipe has to get bigger, because more people would like to have it in their tarts and pies at Christmas time too. So it goes out to friends and family.
Happy 150th, Canada!